Hi, welcome to this first session of yoga. First of all, I want to tell you that I'm at home um, and I'm alone, so usually should be quiet. I'm also using a mic, which usually blocks the outside noises, but if the bell would ring and you would hear it, I won't take it. I'm just hoping they won't insist. Also, I'm in the place of the house next to the facade, and there are works on the facade now. So if you hear noise, it could come from there. Just want to warn you in advance so that you're not getting surprised. Um, if during the session you suddenly realize you haven't eaten for many hours, you suddenly start to feel your body and you think, oh, I haven't attended my thirst, my hunger, or my need to go to the toilet, please do so. Yes, feel free to go and do so. You can practice with the camera on or off, whatever suits you best. I will give you options during the session, and these options are not a hierarchy like one more advanced and one less. These are options for you to see what is better for you at this moment. What do you need? Yeah, what your body needs. For this session, I'm going to use a blanket, which could be also a pillow. Yeah, just a very simple blanket or pillow that you might have at home. A chair, which could be with a back at the seat or not. If it does have it better, but it could be without, and a yoga mat. Yeah. So I'm going to move now and go to my chair. Whenever you're ready, you can come too. So you can place your feet directly on the floor or mat, or you can place your feet on the blanket or pillow. If you're not sure, you can try one or the other, always with the options. Whenever I give you option, if you're not sure, you can try one, the other, or you can try the one I'm doing if you are still not sure. Yeah? Today I'll practice with a blanket because it gives me a bit more comfy feeling that I feel I need now. And we're going to start this session just looking at the space we are. And today, looking at what kind of light I see in the wall, ground, which kind of shadows. And you can do this more steadily, just looking around. Or perhaps if you feel you have a lot of energy, you want to start to move from one side to the other, balancing a bit. Or if you feel you have a lot of energy, you can still also add a movement like shaking your arms around. If you feel like you have a lot of energy, you need to burn it up. So I remind you the options is just looking around your space, the lights, the shadows, just more in quietness or moving a bit in balance or adding the shaking on it, yeah, depending on what you need. I need a shaking now. And you can come to quiet whenever you want, or you can come in 3, 2, 1, and then finding a central position. A central position that we're going to take back several times with this session, and that you can take and come back to it whenever you need it. And for this, you can place either your hands on your thighs, or you can place one hand in front of the other, on top of the other, in front of your abdomen. Okay, just taking a moment here in your central position. Just notice if there is any sensation at your feet or not at all. If you feel the texture of the surface underneath or not, the temperature, or if you have a sensation of weight at the feet or not. And from here, we're going to have the opportunity to go into a cat and cow pose. And for this, you can start to move the hands on your thighs, with like a brushing movement. And you can choose the speed of your movement. Perhaps you want to do it slower, perhaps you want to do it faster, or you can also choose the size of your movement. Perhaps you're feeling like doing the movement small, or perhaps you want to do it a bit bigger. And here you can stay only with the arms, or you can add your spine arching when you're forward, curving when you go back. You can do it with the eyes open or closed. And you can add the movement of the head, or you can stay just with the head facing forward, with the eyes closed or not. So I remind you, you can do it only with the hands at the speed and size you want, or you can add the rest of the movement of the spine or even the head. And you can notice if you are breathing naturally as you're doing that, or if you're kind of coordinating already this movement with the breath arching and inhaling and curving and exhaling. Or perhaps not, perhaps you prefer to keep a natural breath and to not coordinate. Whatever you feel is best for you. And you can change at any time your option. Perhaps you want to stay a bit in one of the forms, or perhaps you feel you need to stay in movement. Or perhaps you want to explore the other form, or perhaps not. You just want to take one today, or perhaps you want to stay in the movement. You can leave gradually or in one movement to arrive back to your center with the hands on your thighs or one hand on top of the other. And here observing perhaps if there is any sensation in your body, especially in your back, your shoulders, your hands, or perhaps any other part of the body that I'm not mentioning. Or perhaps there is no sensation at all. That's also one option, just noticing. For the next thing, the opportunity will be to go into a lateral bend. You can do this having the arms next to your body, or you can add the movement of the arm. So you can go laterally to one side and then the other. And again, I remind you, you can do it with the arms next to your body, or you can add the movement of your arm. And every movement can be different. You don't have to stick to one. You can choose whatever feels good at every moment. And again, you can choose if you want to do the movement, smaller or bigger. And also at what speed do you want to do the movement? Or if you do need to change the speed and have different rhythms in this exercise. And you can stay in movement and notice if you are coordinating with your breath. It's as if as you inhale, come up, and as you exhale, go down, or if you are having a natural breath. Or if you want to coordinate with the breath, perhaps inhaling, going up, exhaling, going to the side. And perhaps you want to stay in one of the sides, or perhaps not. Whether you are in movement or you are in the position, observing the sensations in your shoulders, in the sides of the body, perhaps at the back or at the belly, chest, or any other area that I haven't mentioned. If you are in one side, perhaps it's now for you the moment to change to the other side, or perhaps you want to stay in that side. Everything is fine, just whatever you choose. You can come back progressively, or you can come back in one movement to your central position. I remind you with the hands either on the thighs or one hand on top of each other in front of your abdomen. And here taking a moment to observe the sensations If there are any sensations, the shoulders, sides of the body, any sensation of lightness or strain, or if there is not, or if it's in another part of the body that I haven't mentioned the sensation, perhaps at your feet. Here, the next opportunity is to go into a twist. The options here is to place a hand on the seat of the chair, or if your chair has a back, perhaps you want to bring the arm at the back and hold your hand at the back. And you can bring the other hand at the outside of the leg, or you just can keep it where it is. And you can turn and you can choose to do smaller twist or bigger twist. And if you feel you need to add a bit of movement, you can move the neck looking forward and back. And again, you can also choose the speed of your movement if you're moving. If you are staying in the form, you can observe if there is any sensation at your back, around your shoulder blade, around the chest, or if there is no sensation at all, or in any other area that I have mentioned. You can lift progressively at once, or lift with me in 3, 2, 1. Back to the central position. Hands at the thighs, or one hand on top of each other in front of the abdomen. Just noticing if there is any sensation in the body, different right and left. The shoulders, the back, the chest, or if there is not, or in any other area that I haven't mentioned. You can repeat the same side if that's what you feel you need today for balance or for any other reason, or you can go to the other side. I'm going to do the other side today. So I remind you, either the hand at the support of the chair, the sitting, or at the back, at the back support. The other hand, you can bring it at the outside of the leg, or just keep it where it is. And you can decide if you make a smaller turn also with the head, or if you want to make it bigger, or if you want to progressively go into a bigger movement. And again, here you can choose to stay in the position, observing the sensations in the shoulder blade, chest, or any other area. Or you can add some movement if you need, moving the head forward and back. And you can choose the speed of your movement and also the size of your movement. You can lift progressively in one movement, or together with me in 3, 2, 1, back to the central pose with the hands at the thighs, or one hand on top of the other in front of the abdomen. And here noticing if there is any sensation this side now, shoulder blade, the back, the chest, or if there is no sensations at all, or in any other area for you. Good. And from here, we're going to go into standing. For that, you can help yourself with the hands at the thighs, or you can use the hands at the seat of the chair. And we're going to go up and down a bit. So you can go up and you can go down, supporting yourself with the hands at the chair, I remind you, or with the hands at the thighs. And noticing if there is any sensation at the legs, at the trunk. And you can stand up whenever you want, continue with the movement, or you can stand up in the next movement. Now, you can move to the lateral of the chair, and for this you can just walk to one side of the chair, or you can look first at the chair and then walk until you place yourself next to the chair. And you can place yourself facing the chair profile. And you can either bring the hands on the seat of the chair, or you can bring the hands on your thighs, or you can bring the hands on the ground. Yeah, so I remind you the options are hands on the chair, on the thighs, or hands on the floor. And you can choose to keep the fingers more open or closed. And here the movement would be moving forward and back towards the hands, towards the feet. And you can choose if you want to do this movement smaller, bigger, if you want to do it faster, slower. And also you can choose if you want to do it more active, pushing with your hands as you go forward, pushing away as you go back, and perhaps you want to add the movement of your head. And here, noticing if there is any sensation at the back, at the shoulders, at the hand, at the feet or not. Perhaps there's no specific sensation, perhaps in an area that I haven't mentioned. You can leave whenever you want, or you can leave with me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gradually coming back to standing pose, just finding a center for a moment. Can be with the hands at the thighs or the hands next to the body, and just observing the sensations. There is any sensation in your body, back, hands, or not at all. And we're gonna place ourselves next to the chair but facing the camera. You can just turn, or you can use the chair, one hand on the chair to turn. You can open one foot and, sorry, I'm gonna open the other foot. You can open the foot that is next to the chair. We're gonna go into a triangle pose. And we're gonna go down into the triangle, and you can choose to keep the hand next to the body, or you can bring the arm next to the ear. You can have the other arm supported at the chair. If you don't have a back seat, perhaps you want to bring the hand on the chair. And you can choose to stay here, but if you feel you need more movement still, you can go up and down. And I remind you that the arm can be next to the body or next to the ear. And again, observing the sensations in the body. If there's any sensation at the side of the body, shoulders, lower back, or not. You can stay, leave whenever you want, or leave with me in 3, 2, 1, coming back. And you can go now to the other side of the chair, and you can go by the front or the back of your chair. I'm going to take the front of the chair because I don't have space at the back. And you can again open the feet more or less, whatever length apart is good for you. You can open now the foot of the leg that is next to the chair. You can bring the hand at the chair, and you can go into the triangle form. And you can stay with the arm next to the body or the arm next to the ear. Yeah? So I remind you the options are the arm next to the body, the arm next to the ear, or if you would need more movement, still, you feel your nervous system needs to move, you can go up and down. I remind you that there are no hierarchy in the options, so whatever option you do is the one that is attending your needs. And here, observing if there is any sensation At the shoulder, I'm gonna do it pausing now. At the back, at the side, or any other area, or not at all. You can stay as long as you want, leave when you want, or leave with me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back. And we're gonna go to the chair again. Again, you could go from the front or from the back, sitting again on the chair. And finding that central position with the hands at the thighs or one hand on top of the other in front of the abdomen. Just noticing if there is any sensation in the body, shoulders, back, chest, sides, or not at all. And for the next thing, the finishing thing, we're gonna bring the arms in a cactus position. You can choose to do it smaller or bigger. And the options here are, you can stay with the arms in cactus, or you can open and close. And you can choose if you want to make this movement bigger or smaller, or you can choose to stay in the cactus and also afterwards close, yeah? Or just stay in the close or in the open position. If you are staying just in one position, perhaps you want to focus on the sensations. If there's any part of the body that feels tense, any part on your back, your arms, shoulders, and if you feel it's getting too tense, you can always change into another position or go to your central position. If you are in movement, noticing if you want to coordinate the breath with the movement, exhaling as you close, inhaling as you open, or if you want to just let the breath be natural today. You can stay as long as you want, leave when you want, or leave with me in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the central position with the hands at the thighs or one hand on top of each other in front of the abdomen. And just noticing if there is any sensation in the shoulders, chest, back. And noticing if you notice your breath, or perhaps not at all, or perhaps another area of the body that I haven't mentioned. Thank you very much for joining today.